Hi, right now I have Camilla DeRico with me, who's with Vertigo DC.
Yes.
How's everything going so far?
Really great. I'm having a lot of fun at AWA. It's my first time in Georgia.
Really?
So, yeah, my first time so southeast. So, it's really, everything is new for me.
Very cool, and you're having fun here at the con so far, being received quite well?
Yeah, people are responding really well to my work. You know, I'm really excited. And the people here who are directing it are just amazing. They're taking so much
the
care
staff
of me.
here. They're so awesome.
The staff is great. It's that Georgia
hospitality.
Exactly, the Southern hospitality. It's amazing.
Oh, yeah. Now, how did you first get into the world of comics?
Well, you know, when I was in high school, I was drawing a lot of dragons and like sexy girls, and this guy just said, "You want to draw comics for me?" And I'm like, I've never read a comic book. So after that, I got hooked. And in 1998, when I was 17, I went to Comic-Con in San Diego for the first time.
Wow.
Yeah, and I decided right then and there that this was it for me. This was it, yeah. And it was like a calling for me. And ever since then, I've just been pursuing my dream, I guess.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, tell us about your work with SLG, which is Slave Labor Comics.
I did Nightmares and Fairy Tales with them, which is one of my all-time favorite series to begin with. And I'm the last artist in the series, and Serena Valentina was the writer for it, and she selected me for the series, and I was so honored. And I had such a great time working with them, because SLG lets you be very creative. They don't pressure you.
They don't put you in a box and say you have to follow these rules and guidelines.
Exactly. They're just so creator-based, and they let you do what you want, and they let you expand naturally, I guess. So it was really nice to work with Serena, and I enjoyed the series so much. So I was really honored. Yeah.
Good. Now, you've had many projects. Tell us about some of your early works.
Well, when I first got into comics, I did really small works, and that actually have never been published. And
really?
Yeah, but you know, they were stepping stones. So I did this book called 7-7 with Committed Comics, and then I did Threads, and but I guess what really got me started was doing cover work for Antarctic Press.
Okay.
So, you know, slowly I did these little stepping stones until...
You get noticed enough and more and more and more. And
yeah.
Hey, I want you for...
Exactly. Yeah.
Good for you. Now, also many websites for fans to check out. Tell us some about them.
Well, I like to have a lot of internet presence, so I have a great blog on MySpace and on Facebook, and then I've got my own website, CamillaDeRico.com. And you can actually have links to me from ArcanaComics.com and SLG.com, and there's also Devotion 4 is a t-shirt company that does... Yeah, they do tons of my t-shirts for me.
That's so cool.
With me, we collaborate. So you can find me all over. And if you Google me, I'm kind of like all over the place.
All over the place.
Yeah.
So you can just Google your name.
Exactly. Yeah.
That sounds fun. I love it. Now, not only comic books, but you can be, what can be told. You also do. We'll start that over again. Not only comics, but you also do books as well.
Yeah.
What can be told in The Fallen and
Tampopo.
Tampopo?
Yeah, well, Tampopo. The one thing about my self-published books is that I'm a huge lit buff. So I love literature, and when I read a piece or I watch an opera, I'm really inspired. So The Fallen came from Mark Twain and his story, The Mysterious Stranger. So I read it and I was inspired, and I thought, you know, I need to combine comics and manga and literature. So it's about this fallen angel, and it's just a beautiful big art book, and so that was The Fallen. And Tampopo is a longer series. I have issue 1 that I'm re-releasing, and it's based on Goethe's Faust, the German opera. And I loved the opera so much that it just clicked for me, and I wanted to tell a story about this little girl and death. And after I drew it and I published it, I decided to continue the series so she doesn't die anymore. Yeah, and I actually have a toy coming out, a vinyl toy with Threesome, a Hong Kong-based company. And the toy's going to be like this big, beautiful. I mean, they're doing an awesome job. So I'm really excited about it. And Tampopo, I've expanded. It's going to be a longer series, and each book is going to be based on another piece of literature. So the next one is actually on the tale of the Ancient Mariner.
Okay.
And who knows what the next one will be, but...
That's so neat that you're being able to combine and finding ways of connection between...
Yeah, exactly. And you know what I noticed is that a lot of mothers and a lot of, I guess, adults are really like that, because it teaches kids as well.
In a different way.
Absolutely, yeah. It's not just so... exactly, not mainstream at all. Yeah.
That's so cool. I love it. Now, are there any current or upcoming projects that you're working on that you can tell us about?
Yeah, I have 3. One is with a movie. It's based on a movie.
Okay.
And I can't tell you the name of it.
That's okay. We always have those.
Hush, hush. But it's going to be a graphic novel.
Okay.
And I'm going to be the art director for it. So this is my first time stepping up and taking that responsibility and really having the vision combined with the creator of the movie and really take it to another level. So we're doing something gorgeous, and it's going to be beautiful. Yeah, it's going to come out in a couple of years.
Something that we're definitely looking forward to.
Oh yeah, you definitely have to. The story is really rich, and it's like a love story too. So I know I'm a hopeless romantic.
Okay.
Yeah, we need more romance, damn it.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. And the next one is Helmet Girls. And Helmet Girls is based on these girls I draw with these crazy helmets on their heads. And I had no explanation, no story behind them. They were just like an extension of my art. I don't know. And so the writer, Joshua Dysart, we're really good friends for like 10 years. And we worked on the Avril Lavigne Make 5 Wishes together. And, you know, he was so inspired by the art and the idea that he came up with this amazing story. So that's actually going to be another graphic novel series. Very exciting, but that one's for like another year and a half. And issue 0 is going to come out soon. I'm going to work on that and probably be self-published, you know, but I'm really looking forward to that. Again, graphic novel, beautiful, you know, long story. So, yeah.
Well, it's been a pleasure meeting you.
Thank you. There's actually one more project.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, sorry. I have so much that I'm doing.
No, that's good. That's good.
I'm prolific. I don't sleep ever. So the next project is actually with DC Comics with Vertigo, and I'm working with Grant Morrison, who is one of the top writers in the industry. I was so honored and actually floored that I could work with him, and that's big.
That's big.
Yeah. I've had comicers just like drop their jaws when they're like, "You're working with Grant Morrison." I'm like, "Yeah." And he's such a great guy. You know, he's so intense, and his the story we're working on is actually going to be longer than the original 3 issues because he was so inspired by The Fallen in Tampopo.
Okay.
That he's like, "No, you know what? Let's do something different." And we're going to do a 6-issue series, which is going to start hopefully soon. He's rewriting the script, so whenever he decides to give me something to draw.
That is so wonderful. I love hearing it when, you know, you get to do something that you love and you're making it.
Yeah, you know, it took a lot to get to this point because I did a lot of projects that didn't pay, and I did them like...
But your perseverance and your love for it keeps going.
Oh, yeah, you know, I wouldn't do it if I didn't love it. So I'm really happy to be doing so much work, honestly.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Well, I hope you have enjoyed the rest of your weekend.
It's
a pleasure, and
so
congratulations
nice to meet you.
on everything that you're doing.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And you guys can just like keep going to my website for updates, and
We can definitely do that.
Definitely.
Okay.
Thank you so much.